They arrange to meet at a car park before going on patrol, proudly sporting their hunting rifles as well as some homemade weapons.
This is a club to slash the tyres of vehicles.
Their cars are reinforced like tanks. These men call themselves Goraksha, protectors of cows. Their logo is explicit.
Praying and protecting cows is part of our religion. Hindus will always be there for cows. They're like our mother.
There are several hundred militias like this one all over India. Their members are radical nationalists. Cows have long been considered sacred in India, worshipped by Hindus. But they've become a source of tension with other communities, for whom eating beef isn't forbidden. The number of stray cattle roaming the streets of the capital has also soared in recent years.
There's so many because they closed the slaughterhouses, because Modi decided to.
Protecting cows was indeed a campaign promise of Narendra Modi's, the Hindu nationalist prime minister. On gaining power in 2014, he tightened the laws around cattle. Nowadays, slaughtering them is almost completely forbidden.
All Indians must take care of cows, display their faith, and hold ceremonies in their honor. All this will increase the wealth of our country.
Rhetoric that appealed to his nationalist electorate, but also emboldened Hindu vigilante groups by stigmatizing the millions of Muslims working in the country's cattle industry. These warehouses north of New Delhi used to house one of the largest beef markets in the region. But with the new laws, dozens of slaughterhouses and thousands of butchers have had to close up shop.
This market always used to be full. Nowadays, there's almost nothing going on here. Many people have lost their businesses or their jobs. They're out of work and they've lost everything.
Farmers also have to put up with being hassled by the cow protection militias. The vigilantes organize patrols in search of trucks carrying cattle. Intent on stopping cows on their way to the slaughterhouse, they have a clearly identified target in mind.
The butchers are all Muslims. We save the cows from death at their hands. So we, the Gorakshak, are like an army saving the country. We're soldiers.
Quickly, the men bar the path of the lorries, and without giving their drivers any say in the matter, climb up on their roofs. A smell of cattle emanates from the truck.
Come on, give us the key, pull the truck over.
Hidden under the tarpaulin, the men discover a number of cows.
How many are there?
8. Show me the papers. I said, show me the papers.
I don't understand what's going on. They're just dairy cows.
In front of our camera, the militia doesn't inflame the situation in the end. After seeing that his papers seem to be in order, they let the driver go. But all too often, these patrols can turn nasty. The Indian media regularly reports on lynchings. Over the past 2 years, some 30 people, almost all Muslim, have been beaten to death. This family of livestock farmers was attacked in April 2017. The father died of his injuries.
Since what happened to my father, we're really scared. We won't raise cows anymore.
His son says the Goraksha are using the protection of cows as an excuse to attack Muslims.
We showed them our papers, but they tore them up, threw them on the ground and shouted, "They're Muslims. They will never stop killing cows until they die."
At least 240 attacks by cow vigilantes have been reported in the past 2 years. But in that time, there have been only a dozen arrests.